Who do you play, and what does he do in this film?
I'll play Eddie Newton. He's a NASA engineer. He's, he's been involved in building the space program, and now he's involved in having to sort of dismantle the space program, which is he's trying to figure out where his life's going to go and what he's going to do, and he's sort of having to deal with the idea of doing that, of building this program up and then having to tear it down, and it's going away. And he's got a daughter who's very curious, and she's very scientific, and she's trying to deal with the same things and the same issues, and she can't understand why her dad's not fighting harder, and he's just trying to sort of put food on the table and sort of trying to figure his own self out. So it's just a really cool character to play.
Nice. Tell me a little more about Casey, and what does she do to try to save her dad and the family?
Well, she's trying to sabotage the whole project. He's trying to get his work done and trying to do the things that he can do to make a living, and she keeps showing up on the scene and trying to dismantle things and trying to make sure things don't work, so he doesn't have to go to work and he doesn't have to tear down this thing that he loves so much. So I think that she's just trying to sabotage the whole situation.
Talk a little bit, if you can, about her arrest and your characters taking her home, and what does she try to show you and talk about?
Well, she's discovered this pen, and without saying, getting into detail, because as a NASA engineer, I don't know much detail. Right. But she discovers this pen, and when she touches this pen, it transports her into this futuristic world. So she's trying to make me understand what she's found and why she's doing the things that she's doing and why she's so excited about it. And so she has me touch the pen, and it doesn't affect me the same way it affects her, and I don't see what she sees. And so I'm mad at her because she's been arrested and she's been sabotaging the cranes and everything that sort of the work that I'm doing. And she's trying to explain it away with this sort of crazy, unexplainable and undefendable scenario that she's dreamed up in my head.
Nice. What have you loved about being a part of this film?
Well, I like the heart that this film has, I think, as much as anything. When I read the screenplay, it's got all the cool bells and whistles. It's got all the things that are fun and the things that are entertaining and the things that keep your mouth agape while you're looking at the screen. But it also, I think George had said it best when we were talking about it, you're in charge of your future. You're in charge of your destiny, so to speak, although it's sort of an oxymoron to say you're in charge of your destiny. But you don't have to sort of sit back and just sort of say the future's going to be what the future's going to be. You can do things that are going to change the outcome. And I think that that's what this movie has for me. It has the heart and the optimism that a Disney movie should have.
Nice. And tell me a little bit about your experience just working on set and working with this filmmaking group.
It's a great group. I mean, when I had the opportunity to work with Brad Bird, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, he's a legend in when it comes to making great movies. And then George, not so much. I mean, Clooney, I didn't know if I wanted to work with Clooney or not, but I was convinced that it might be a good thing to do, that he has a shot at being successful. So, but it was just a great group to be around. Everybody couldn't have been nicer. Everybody was very proud of the project. Everybody was really, really inspired by the project, and that's always good to see. You want to see people that are happy about the project they're working on, and that's what this whole group was about.